Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Archie Tech Experiment. We do not have an interview today. I figured I would just bring it back to the basics. You know what I mean? If you've been a viewer for a while, you know that this is usually what I do is get up here and just babble a little bit. And I think that's fun. It's fun for me. That's like kind of like my favorite thing to do. But lately, I've been doing a lot of interviews. Also, want to know what you guys think of those interviews. Like which ones you like, which ones you don't like. What should I do more of? What should I do less of? I want some constructive criticism, some feedback. Feedback is always welcome. To me, and I may be being a little biased, but I think all of them were great in their own unique ways. I really enjoy music. I got a passion for music, so I obviously enjoy having all the artists on. Greedy came on, talked to us a little bit about battle rap. We had Clado, which I think was the most entertaining one to me so far. Um, but also we had Steve on, which was very inspirational, and HFX, which was with Young C's, and that was also very educational. So I think they all had like a unique way. I'm still trying to like figure out what works. That's why I call it the Architect Experiment because I'm kind of just experimenting, trying different things, seeing what works and what doesn't work. Little spoiler alert: I plan on in the near future changing it to the Architect Experience. After the experiment will come the experience. So now I actually know what I'm doing, and the viewers can have like a better experience with me. So and I wasn't going to tell nobody that. I was just going to put it out there, but you know what I mean. Little teaser, little spoiler. So give me some feedback. Tell me what's working and what's not working. What you guys enjoy seeing. Like this is more for me. It's more therapeutic for me. This is how I process things. You know what I'm saying? But the interviews I do for the viewers and for me too. I enjoy doing those too. But I want to know what you guys think so I can make it more enjoyable for the viewers. Um, I get private messages sometimes like so um, you know, people like really enjoy seeing them. I feel like, and it makes me feel good, especially like people telling me like, they learned something here, or this inspired them to do good. I would love to get a message one day and be like, oh, Steve inspired me to get into real estate, or C's inspired me to get into foreign exchange trading, and I'm doing really good. Like, or Greedy Grimes taught me a thing or two about battle rap. I took those tips, or Clado made me turn up in the studio after seeing that interview. I would love to like start getting those messages too. But lately I've been getting a lot of messages like it's good to see you doing good, which is great. Like it really makes me feel good. It really keeps me going. A little bit I get a little slack for these. You know what I'm saying? Like people like why do you wear those headphones? They got wire on them. I'm rebuilding from the bottom. Like everybody can afford earbuds. And let me just say though, like I really would rather have these. I do not really enjoy having earbuds. It's a whole thing with me. Like the earbuds end up dying. Like I listen to music constantly, like all day, every day. I'm listening to music, even while I'm at work, and the earbuds end up dying. And then I'm so with this, I know like I'm good to go. For the duration. You guys can like I enjoy a little bit of constructive criticism. But ease up off the headphones. I like these things. I enjoy them. So. But I have some real, like, very serious interviews coming up that I really want you guys to stay tuned and check out because, like, I don't wanna give it away yet. But I got some real good ones coming up. I think everyone is gonna like be able to take something from them. You already know I got a female artist coming on. One of Clado's artists that he took under his wing and he's molding. She's real fresh to the game. I think that's gonna be a really good interview. It's gonna be like a introduction for her, kinda. So that's gonna be pretty cool. But like then I got some real good ones coming up after that. So stay tuned. I'm focused. I'm focused right now. I'm about to try to you know what I mean. About to try to turn this thing up a notch. Hopefully I can do it. But if not, you know what I'm saying. Even if I reach one person, like I was saying, like that's like yo, that interview with Steve like really got me going, and I'm into business now. Like just one person, like if I reach one person, or even like just messages that I already got, that's like saying like it's good to see you doing so good. You look well. You know what I'm saying? Like mission accomplished already. You know what I'm saying? So if we could just keep going, then it's just a bonus after that. You know what I mean? So as you guys know, I like talking about hot button topics, controversial topics. And today I had something on my mind that's kind of real controversial. I'm kind of scared to even talk about it because I'm like, if this gets any bigger and this video resurfaces, they might cancel me, you know what I mean? So, but like, I just really want to know, it's been on my mind. And like, before we get into that, let me just say that I am a big supporter of the female empowerment movement. Like, there's no bigger male supporter than me. Like, I love seeing girls get together, and it's a beautiful thing to me. I think it's great for the country. I think it's great for the world. I think women are the absolute best. But though, it's an issue that been kind of like plaguing me a little bit. It's like, you know, we know guys get a little, especially like at bars and clubs, get a little too drunk and get handsy, and that's unacceptable and inappropriate. And I totally agree with that. But it's like the whole thing with like, you guys are all gross and disgusting, and you guys keep checking us out. And it's like, I always thought that was cool to like, a pretty girl walking by and you look a little bit, right? Apparently it is not. It seems like that all the women are speaking with one voice, and they want us to stop checking them out. And well, I'm just wondering, like, and correct, and I could be wrong, and that's why I'm doing this. So if I'm wrong, tell me, and I will make those changes, because I've stopped doing way harder things than that. I could definitely stop looking. But it just seems to me like a distinction needs to be made between who can and can't check a girl out. Because, like, say you have a Brad Pitt check a girl out, does she feel flattered? Like, oh, he's checking me out, that's cute. As opposed to like a Harvey Weinstein, and it's like, oh, that guy's like real creepy, he's giving off big predator vibes, which I totally understand. Some men do, but not all men give off those. So like, if a girl's walking by and she's like, oh, that guy's got good energy, and then she notices that he's checking her out, does she still feel like, oh my god, I thought he had good energy, but he's really a creep? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then two, like, I'm I defend women. Like, I defend women and women equality rights, all that. Like, I'm all for all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've fought over girls before, not like over girls, but like in the sense of defending girls, because I ain't fighting over no candidate. Like, all I'm saying is like, I will fight for you, but I won't fight over you. Is what I, was all I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, you good? You good? So like, like, I'm a big defender of female equality, equal pay, all that stuff. So I'm just wondering, like, because I don't want to be on the wrong side of history. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to do the right thing. So if I'm doing something wrong, I would like to know that and correct that behavior. But I don't know, because it just seems to me, because I never caught that vibe before. Like, I never like checked the girl out and then she caught me checking her out and was like, oh my god, like, what are you doing? I've never caught that vibe, but I've seen other people catch that vibe before. I've even had like girls, run over to me, and then I'm hit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I'll pretend like I know you, so this guy, like, back off, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've done that before multiple times. I've done it for people I don't know. I've done it for female friends of mine. So it's like, I can sense when like a girl is uncomfortable. I feel like I've never made a girl uncomfortable before. So do I still stop, or is it kind of like I'm gonna smile back because he's disgusting, but I don't want him to know he's disgusting? Because if that's, because I don't want to be the disgusting guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to be disgusting? Like, so if that's the case, then I'm gonna stop doing it. But I gotta know first. You know what I'm saying? If somebody would get with me, like, yeah, if you don't feel comfortable dropping a comment on YouTube, which I would prefer that, you know what I'm saying, we have a discussion on this platform, then private message me and like, let's talk about it, because I'm genuinely like curious about like what's happening here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm afraid that flirting is gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Soon, like, if we keep going in that direction, which if that's what women want, then I'm cool with that too, because I don't flirt anyway. I'll be scary as hell anyway, so I'm not shy anyway. But like, I'm like, that's the direction that it seems like it's going to, where it's like flirting is gonna just be done with pretty soon, if it keeps going on in the direction that it's going on, you know. And Like it, I see that like women control the game right now, and I'm all for it. Like you know what I'm saying, I'm here for it. Get them out of there. Me too, all those motherfuckers, all those rich motherfuckers. Get them the fuck out of there. Me too, them all. Get them all. You know what I mean? I'm all for that. I love watching it. I love seeing it. You know what I mean? But I feel like a discussion needs to be had too, so that we all on the same page and we all moving in the same direction. Because I think I'm not the only man that feels like, you know what I mean. What do we do here? Because it's like a transition period. Because just a few years ago it was cool. Nobody knew that it was a problem until now it's like all over the place where it's like, oh no, like that's a no no. Certain things like, and not just with that, but with like almost everything now, it seems like everything is like a problem, and we're in a very sensitive period. You know what I mean? We're in a very sensitive period in history where it's like a lot of people just on edge about a lot of different topics, and I understand that too. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just, what I'm saying, observing where we are in the world. So I think that like a lot of people kind of afraid to bring up, controversial topics like this and talk about it when that's really the only way that we're going to problem solve is if we talk about things. You know what I mean? Because we're not mind readers. I'm definitely not like the best at picking up on social cues. Like I'm very awkward. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you don't tell me, I won't know at all. I'm gonna just have to assume, and then when I start assuming, I assume the worst every single time because I'm used to that type of shit. Like that shit just always happens to me. It's a whole thing. It's like whatever. You know what I mean? But the world as it is today is like a very strange place to I think all of us because things are changing rapidly. Um, and it seems like the things that we focus on too is like the least important things because the things that really need to change fast are like staying the same. So but that's a different discussion for a different day. I'm kind of tired right now. I'm super hungry, so we won't get into that today. But next time we'll discuss some bigger issues. But I think people focusing on like small things, which I'm not trying to downplay the the flirting thing or whatever. I'm not trying to downplay. I think that it is serious and that it needs to be talked about, but also there's other things as well that should be brought to light and discussed openly so that everybody could like kind of get on the same page because no one side is ever right. You know what I mean? Like there's three sides to a story. There's his side, and then there's the truth. And almost any situation is like that. So like and any debate is always like somewhere in the middle where um where the solution lies. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit of give and take. So I mean, I feel like people need to like start talking more like civilly though. Instead of just like going to Buffalo and killing a bunch of people. Like it's like for what? You could just have a discussion, learn some things that you didn't know, teach somebody else some things that they didn't know, and then maybe come to a certain agreement. Um, but right now, there's just a lot of finger pointing going on in the world, and especially here in America, where it's like it seems like nobody's really on the same page, and it's just a lot of chaos and confusion. When I feel like just a simple conversation could solve so many issues. But that's it for the Architect experiment today. Tune in this weekend when I got Claudo's artist up here, and we're gonna get into it with her and see, what endeavor she has going on. You know what I mean? She's about to start recording real soon, so I'm sure Claudio is gonna like mold her into something great, and I'm sure he's gonna be something great as well. So I think it's gonna be real cool. I think it's gonna be real cool if we get to know her. Like if we get her first, you know what I'm saying? Like if she blow up, but she was on the Architect experiment first, you know what I'm saying? So that'll be pretty cool. So stick with me. Love each other. Be kind to each other. All that. You know the spill, guys. You know what I mean? I love y'all.